Meanwhile, the tourists are looking to have some fun. They are delighted.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi embarks on 3-day visit to Thailand, will address the Indian community event in Bangkok later today. During the visit, PM will participate in the 16th ASEAN India Summit, 14th East Asia Summit and 3rd Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership Summit. In an interview to Bangkok Post, Prime Minister Modi says ASEAN is at the core of our Act East policy, emphasizes that India wants comprehensive outcome, RCEP negotiations addressing concerns on unsustainable trade deficits. Information and Broadcasting Minister Prasar Bharati announces IFFI Special Icon Award for legendary actor Rajinikanth. Also announces International Lifetime Achievement Award to French actor Isabelle Huppert. Rajinikanth thanks government for the prestigious award. Pollution level remains severe in the National Capital Region as health emergency to be continued till November 5th. Pollution level remain high in other North Indian cities like Lucknow, Kanpur, Meerut, Rohtak and Amritsar. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh attends Shanghai Cooperation Organization's Council of the Heads of Government meeting in Tashkent, Uzbekistan, says important for SCO countries to come together to deal with the menace of terrorism. And Chhath Puja festivities being celebrated with traditional fervour and gaiety in different parts of the country. People to worship setting sun today. President briefed people on Chhath Puja festivities. Good afternoon, I'm Shubhendu Ghosh. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on his way to Thailand to participate in the 16th ASEAN India Summit, 14th East Asia Summit and the 3rd Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership or RCEP in Bangkok. All eyes will be on India as it takes a position on many crucial issues in the summit, the most important being the RCEP. This ASEAN summit will redefine the contours of trade and commerce for a large number of nations.
As Bangkok prepares to host the 35th ASEAN Summit, it is ready to register once again its name in the history, as this ASEAN Summit is being touted as one of the most important in many years and decades to come.
The 35th ASEAN Summit and related summits will commence from 2nd November in Thailand's capital, Bangkok. Besides Prime Minister Narendra Modi, it will be attended by many leaders from the 10 ASEAN member countries and those from China, South Korea, Japan, the United States, Australia, New Zealand and United Nations. Prime Minister Modi will arrive in Bangkok on 2nd November and hit the ground running literally. The opening ceremony is slated for 3rd November and immediately afterwards, Prime Minister will attend the all-important ASEAN India Summit.
Our engagement with ASEAN has been a key pillar of India's foreign policy, and it has been at the core of our Act East policy. In the ASEAN India Summit, both sides will take stock of the level of engagement and decide what would be the areas of future cooperation.
On Monday afternoon, PM will participate in the East Asia Summit, engaging leaders from not only ASEAN but also Australasia and other parts of the globe.
The agenda for the forthcoming East Asia Summit is to review the future direction of EAS cooperation and exchange views on regional and international issues.
Then comes the most important part of the summit, the 3rd RCEP Summit. RCEP or Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership consists of some of the world's largest economies, some of them without any mutual free trade agreements with one another. India has called for a balanced agreement that is in best interest of all nations.
What we are seeking is a balance across all the three pillars, that is goods, services and investments.
It is also expected that ASEAN will issue a joint statement regarding the response to climate change.
India has been engaging actively with ASEAN and the leaders of ASEAN nation for the past many years. As Prime Minister Narendra Modi comes to Thailand to engage with world leaders in the 35th ASEAN Summit, all eyes will be on him. Not only the Indian hopes rides on his shoulders, but the entire world will be watching keenly the decision he takes. With my colleague Krishnan Kumar Rana and Vibhav Rai, this is Ravi Dhiman for DD News from Bangkok, Thailand.
And before engaging world leaders on many crucial issues at Bangkok, Prime Minister Modi will connect with the Indian community via a special event. And like many other nations that he has visited in the past, this show too will have glimpses of India's rich cultural diversity.
During the foreign trips for Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he is always accorded a warm welcome, not only by the host country, but also by the Indian community living in that country. Now that Prime Minister Modi is set to come to Bangkok for the ASEAN Summit, the Indian community here has organized a cultural extravaganza to welcome him, and they have called it Savasdi PM Modi.
Women in traditional Gujarati attire dancing to Garba moves on traditional Dhol drums seems a soul-stirring combination of Punjabi drum beats with Garba. Well, this is in Bangkok, where the Indian community is feverishly preparing to welcome Prime Minister Modi on 2nd November. And this practice is just a trailer. The function will have 20 cultural shows by 66 different communities depicting the rich diversity of India. Prime Minister Modi, who will be in Thailand for ASEAN and related summits, will be accorded a huge welcome by the Indian community in Bangkok called Savasdi PM Modi.
Everybody is excited. This is the first time the Prime Minister Modi is coming here on his trip here, and the whole Indian diaspora is so excited to welcome him. We are trying to organize this event, Swadhi Modi, welcoming our Prime Minister. More than 6,000 people are going to come here. We've been doing this from last 3 weeks, and I think the whole community, every community is excited. We are having a cultural program covering 20 cultural events, covering the whole Indian area, whole Indian states, and I think everybody is just waiting for 2nd November to happen.
Savasdi, the traditional Thai greeting with both hands, resemble Namaste in many ways. The Bangkok Namaste will be a grand show, it seems. The communities have been preparing for the event for the past few days. 20 shows will have dance performers from not only Punjab and Gujarat, but also from Assam, Odisha and the eastern states.
Come 2nd November, and this arena in Bangkok will see perhaps for the first time a vivid, vibrant and a colorful welcome to Prime Minister Narendra Modi, something which Bangkok might not have seen before.
The euphoria surrounding the event is such that 5,000 seats in this indoor stadium have been sold already. They were allotted to different community associations as per their strength in Thailand. Thai authorities have also extended every possible help and waived off the rentals for this arena completely. Ravi Dhiman's report for DD India. Meanwhile, in an interview to Bangkok Post, Prime Minister Modi emphasized India's role in transforming Asia and the world. He said that India continues to be a beacon of stability, prosperity and peace in times of global uncertainties. He also said that India remains a strong advocate of strengthening and reforming multilateralism amid contemporary realities, and India is one of the largest contributors to global economic growth and development. Talking on India-ASEAN ties, Prime Minister Modi said ASEAN is at the core of India's Act East policy. He also said that ASEAN is one of the most economically and politically dynamic regions of the world today, and India wishes to see a strong, unified and prosperous ASEAN, which will play a central role in emerging dynamic of the Indo-Pacific. In his interview, Prime Minister spoke on India's balance RCEP negotiations. He said that India seeks for a balance across goods, services and investments, and to build international partnership to combat global challenges. And our correspondent Ravi Dhiman, who's covering Prime Minister's visit, analysed the interview in detail. Take a look.
Prime Minister has given a detailed interview in Bangkok Post, one of the most respected newspapers in Thailand. And during the interview, he has made clear India's point of view on these issues. As far as relations with ASEAN is concerned, Prime Minister has made it clear that ASEAN is and will remain at the center of India's Act East policy. The Indian engagement with ASEAN has been exemplary and it will continue to be so in the coming years. India will continue to engage with ASEAN because India sees ASEAN as a very it has cultural and historical links with ASEAN, and India sees ASEAN as one of the economically and politically dynamic regions of the world. With camera person Krishan Kumar Rana, this is Ravi Dhiman for DD News in Bangkok.
Some other news. Superstar Rajinikanth, also known as Thalaiva, will be honoured with the Icon of Golden Jubilee Award at the Golden Jubilee edition of International Film Festival of India, IFFI, to be held in Goa from November 20th. This was announced by Information and Broadcasting Minister Prasar Bharati in New Delhi today. INB Minister also announced International Lifetime Achievement Award to French actor Isabelle Huppert.
इंटरनेशनल फिल्म फेस्टिवल इस साल 50वां वर्ष है और वो गोवा में होगा 20-21 नवंबर को। इस IFFI 50 के मौके पर एक IFFI 50 स्पेशल आइकॉन अवार्ड देने की सिफारिश स्टीयरिंग कमेटी ने की है और ये अवार्ड रजनीकांत जी को देने वाले हैं। फ्रांस की एक महान अभिनेत्री इजाबेल हुपे को इसी IFFI 50 में एक लाइफ टाइम अचीवमेंट अवार्ड फॉर फॉरेन आर्टिस्ट दिया जाएगा। ये 50वां वर्ष है तो 50 महिला दिग्दर्शकों द्वारा दिग्दर्शित 50 फिल्में दिखाई जाएगी।
And veteran superstar Rajinikanth, in a tweet message, thanked government for honouring him with the Icon of Golden Jubilee Award at the Golden Jubilee edition of Film Festival, International Film Festival of India, IFFI. He said, I thank the government of India for this prestigious honour bestowed upon me on the Golden Jubilee of IFFI. The 50th International Film Festival of India has announced the list of films to be screened in Festival Kaleidoscope, one of the most important sections of the festival. The section showcases 20 films handpicked and curated from various parts of the world, which have already generated a lot of positive word about them in other festivals across the globe. Some of the films that have already generated a lot of buzz in international circuits are Parasite, Portrait of a Lady on Fire, Synonyms and lot more. The Palme d'Or Best Film winner of Cannes, Parasite, directed by Bong Joon-ho, the top film of the year, will have its India premiere at IFFI. The Golden Jubilee edition of IFFI will witness over 200 best films from 76 countries, 26 feature films and 15 non-feature films in Indian Panorama section, and more than 10,000 people and film lovers are expected to participate in the Golden Jubilee edition. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh today attended the Shanghai Cooperation Organization's Council of Heads of Government meeting in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. Attending the SCO meeting, he said that terrorism continues to disrupt our societies and undermine our developmental endeavours. The only way to fight this scourge is to strengthen and implement without exception or double standards all existing international laws and mechanisms to combat terrorists and their enablers. He further added that India remains committed to a transparent, rules-based, open, inclusive, non-discriminatory multilateral trading system with the WTO at its centre. He said that India strongly supports the initiative to facilitate cooperation among small and medium-sized enterprises within SCO. SCO members can work together for technology and investment support to food processing and put in supporting logistics chain. Stressing on multilateralism and sovereignty, he further tweeted and said, "We need approaches which are inclusive, transparent and firmly anchored in multilateralism. Successful multilateralism also needs adherence to core principles of respect for sovereignty and territorial integrity, non-interference and mutual cooperation." Back home, the Election Commission has announced the schedule for elections in Jharkhand. Polling for 81 assembly seats will be held in 5 phases, with the first phase being held on the 30th of this month. Counting of votes will take place on 23rd of December. Here's more. Elections in Jharkhand will be held in 5 phases starting on November 30th. Results will be declared on December 23rd. Chief Election Commissioner Sunil Arora announced the dates for Jharkhand Assembly elections. Polling will be held in 81 assembly seats in Jharkhand.
The model code of conduct is being, the moment this press conference finishes, instructions will go that model code of conduct is in force.
The first phase of Jharkhand Assembly elections will be held on November 30th, the second phase on December 7th, third phase on December 12th, fourth on December 16th, and the last and fifth phase of polling will be held on December 20th. 13 assembly seats will go to polls on the first day of polling on November 30th, while 20 seats will vote in the second phase. Third phase of Jharkhand elections will see polling in 17 seats and 15 seats will vote in the fourth phase, while the remaining 16 seats will vote in the final phase on December 20th. Special attention has been paid to Naxal-affected areas in the state.
Out of the 90 districts in Jharkhand, 19 districts are from left-wing affected areas. Out of these 19, 13 districts are supposed to be even worse affected out of these 19. Even the other districts, almost 61 districts are supposed to be affected, 19 extreme, 13 very extreme, and others also affected. In all, 67 districts get affected.
There are a total of 2.265 crore voters in Jharkhand. Of these, 1.178 crore are male, while 1.080 crore are female. The election will be the third state poll since Prime Minister Narendra Modi-led BJP came to a massive win in Lok Sabha elections in April-May. It will also be the third BJP-ruled state to hold elections this year, following Maharashtra and Haryana, which voted on October 21st. Jharkhand is currently ruled by Bharatiya Janata Party. The party has been in power in Jharkhand for most of the state's existence. The ongoing term of Jharkhand Assembly will end on January 5th. With Rishi Kumar, DD India. Some update on air pollution now. North India is reeling under a wave of severe air pollution, accompanied with smog, as many cities recorded an air quality index of 400 and above this morning, falling in the severe category. As per the latest AQI data, Delhi stands at 433, Greater Noida 468, Ghaziabad 464 and Faridabad at 446. In Haryana, Gurugram 416, Rohtak 397, Sirsa 427 and Chandigarh 267. In Punjab, AQI is Patiala 270, Amritsar 325, Ludhiana 299 and Bathinda 366. In Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, Lucknow 407, Kanpur 394, Meerut 395, Patna at 403. Delhi really tops it at 433. In metros, Mumbai has good weather at 47, Kolkata 215 and Chennai has satisfactory air condition at 82. And these are the figures we're showing you again of NCR, Delhi 433. Severe and health emergency that has been declared. A public health emergency has been declared in national capital Delhi and nearby areas by the pollution control body mandated by the Supreme Court, as the region has been struggling with rising air pollution levels since Diwali. The authority also banned construction activities till November 5th. Environment Pollution Prevention and Control Authority also banned bursting of crackers during the winter season, and hot mix plants, stone crushers will be closed till 5th November in all NCR districts, as the pollution level in the region entered the severe plus or emergency category. Delhi government has also directed to close all schools till 5th of November in the wake of spiking pollution levels in the capital. And Information and Broadcasting Minister Prasar Bharati expressed concern over the rising pollution levels in Delhi and NCR. Union Minister appealed people to use public transport.
दोषारोपण से प्रदूषण कम नहीं होगा, काम करने से होगा और सबको मिलकर इस पर काम करना पड़ेगा, लोगों को भी सहभाग देना पड़ेगा। नजदीक के काम वाहनों से ना करे, साइकिल से करे। नजदीक के जितना हो सके कंजेस्टेड लाइन अवॉइड करे, पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्ट यूज करे.
And ahead of severe level of air pollution, AIIMS Director Dr. Randeep Guleria gives insight as to how to survive the extreme air pollution levels in the city. Dr. Guleria cautions of leaving indoors, especially in early morning and late night, as this time is extremely hazardous.
आपने ये सही कहा कि एयर पोल्यूशन लेवल जो है दिल्ली में बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ रहा है. हम AQI वेरी सीवियर कैटेगरी में है और इसमें जो हाई रिस्क ग्रुप हैं, जैसे बच्चे हैं, बुजुर्ग हैं, जिनको हार्ट और रेस्पिरेटरी प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, प्रेग्नेंट वुमेन हैं, इन पे ज़्यादा असर पड़ रहा है. सबसे पहली चीज़ है कि दे शुड ट्राई एंड अवॉइड एक्सपोजर. तो इसलिए घर पे रहें, बाहर इतना ना जाएं, स्पेशली सुबह और शाम को जब पोल्यूशन लेवल ज़्यादा होता है. कुछ हद तक उनको ध्यान रखने की ज़रूरत है कि अगर सिम्टम्स हों, तकलीफ हो, तो अपने डॉक्टर से संपर्क करें.
The Indian Institute of Technology IIT Delhi held its 50th annual convocation today, which was attended by ISRO Chairman K. Sivan as the chief guest. ISRO Chairman addressed and congratulated the outgoing batch of Institute as well as imbibed them with motivation to excel in their lives. He said, "You need not be a genius or super intelligent to achieve success, but only dedication and persistence to become successful."
To be successful in your career, academics or business, you need not be super intelligent or a genius. You need not be a topper. You need not have the excellent grade. All you need is focus by eliminating distraction and time wasting activities. I am giving a secret here. I am not a brilliant student. I was a very, very average student when I was in the school as well as the college. Coming back to today's function, let me congratulate all of you graduating today and wish you all a very successful career ahead.
India and the United States on Friday committed to enhance cooperation in tackling money laundering and combating financing of terrorism. In a joint statement issued after the 7th meeting of the Economic and Financial Partnership, the two countries noted that the relationship has strengthened over time as both sides have developed a holistic approach on tackling money laundering and combating financing of terrorism, which are the issues of shared concern. The Indian delegation was led by Nirmala Sitharaman, Minister of Finance, and the US side was led by Stephen Mnuchin, the US Secretary of Treasury. The two countries also reaffirmed their commitment to greater economic cooperation on global economic issues, both bilaterally and multilaterally, in the G20 and other fora.
India and the United States, as two of the world's largest democracies, have shared interest in each other's economic prosperity and in ensuring our economic security. Our discussions took stock of the efforts undertaken to further improve mutual cooperation on a wide range of bilateral and multilateral subjects, including macroeconomic policies to raise growth, improving financial market development, anti-money laundering, and combating financing of terrorism.
And US Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin said that United States is working with its allies to ensure there is enough energy and oil, and sanctions on Iran don't impact the other nations.
The U.S. has put sanctions on oil purchases in other areas from Iran. This isn't directed at the Iranian people. This is really directed at what we see as a significant security concern. The issue around us being determined that there are not nuclear weapons, ballistic missiles, exporting of terror, and we've been working with our allies to make sure that there is significant supply in the market of oil to offset the sanctions. I just came from the Middle East and was in Saudi Arabia, where I met with the energy minister and others, and I think they and others have done a very good job so that it doesn't have an economic impact. We are sensitive to the fact that India has tremendous energy needs. We look forward to working with India on LNG and expanding their capabilities, but we had productive discussions on that today.
Some international news. After Chile's withdrawal as host of COP25 summit amid raging street protest, United Nations gave its approval to Spain to host COP25 climate summit in December this year. After more than 10 days of street protests, Chilean President Sebastián Piñera said on Thursday that his country was not in a position to host either December 2nd to 13th Climate Convention or the November 16 to 17th Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit. Spain has offered to host the United Nations COP25 Climate Change Summit in Madrid soon after Chilean President Sebastián Piñera withdrew as the host. Meanwhile, APEC has supported Chile's decision but gave no indication of any replacement of the summit this year. And Chhath is being celebrated with religious fervor and gaiety in Bihar, Jharkhand, eastern parts of Uttar Pradesh and rest of the country. Devotees who have started 36 hours fasting will pay oblations to setting sun this evening. Chhath will conclude after paying oblations to the rising sun tomorrow morning. This puja is dedicated to the worship of the sun god and to thank for supporting life on earth. Chhath is celebrated on the 6th day of the month of Kartik in Vikram Samvat. It is said that those who perform Chhath Puja with full devotion, their desires are all fulfilled. And President Ramnath Kovind extended greetings and good wishes to fellow citizens on Chhath Puja. He said, "Let this Chhath Puja be an occasion to express our devotion to Sun God, Mother Earth and rivers. May this festival bring happiness to everyone's life and inspire us to respect nature more." And with that, we conclude this bulletin. Namaskar.